Dan Campbell's stern message: take care of the ball, or you're out. When Dan Campbell took over as the Detroit Lions head coach in January 2021, he brought an intensity and a set of standards that had long been absent in Motor City. Under his leadership, the Lions shed decades of futility, posting their first winning season since 2017 and playing meaningful football deep into December. Yet even with the franchise finally back on the rise, Campbell's unwavering demand for accountability remains in full force. No more so than after Detroit's lopsided 34-7 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers in the NFL's annual Hall of Fame game on August 3rd. A painful preseason lesson. On paper, the Hall of Fame game is a harmless exhibition. Starters see little to no action, and the primary goal is to give backups and rookies a taste of live NFL competition. But Campbell wasn't satisfied with Detroit's showing, particularly in the giveaway department. The Lions committed 5 turnovers, including 2 interceptions by veteran QB Kyle Allen, and failed to record a single takeaway on defense. Campbell summed up his frustration in stark terms postgame. Open quote, "We turned it over 5 times and we didn't get any takeaways," he said. "You're wearing Lions gear. You've got to take care of the ball, or it's going to be hard to keep you around." Close quote. Make no mistake, Campbell wasn't merely using hyperbole to motivate his roster. In Campbell's Detroit, preseason performances do count. Every rep, practice, or game serves as an audition not just for a spot on the active roster, but for a role and maybe a paycheck at all. Why Campbell's warning matters. 1. Depth under scrutiny. The Hall of Fame game provides Campbell and his coaching staff a window into the Lions' depth chart well before regular season rosters must be finalized. The 5 turnovers weren't scattered mistakes from the starters. They came from players on the bubble, guys fighting for precious roster spots. For a team that saw several late-season injuries derail its Super Bowl hopes in 2023, reliable depth is more than a luxury. It's a necessity. Turnover-prone backups can quickly find themselves on the outside looking in. 2. Ball security as a core value. Throughout his career, Campbell has preached a 3-words mantra for success: tough, smart, compete. Ball security embodies all 3. It requires mental focus, smart, physical toughness to withstand contact and maintain possession, tough, and the competitive instinct to protect the football at all costs. By publicly tying roster fate to turnover margin, Campbell cements security as non-negotiable. 3. Setting a culture of accountability. The Hall of Fame game loss wasn't Campbell's first taste of preseason giveaways under his watch. Yet each miscue invites public rebuke, creating a culture where sloppy play is stamped out immediately. In Detroit's locker room, there is no grace period for careless errors, a message that trickles up from position coaches all the way to the GM's office. How the Lions can respond. Clean up the fundamentals. Campbell's gripe isn't with innovative play calling or scheme X's and O's, it's with fundamentals. Over the next week, practice sessions will emphasize grip and carry drills, ensuring running backs and receivers secure the ball in traffic, pocket presence for QBs, reinforcing drop mechanics and ball placement to reduce tipped or batted passes, turnover reaction simulations, teaching defenders to latch on to forced fumbles and interceptions when they happen. By drilling these basics, the Lions can transform preseason mistakes into teachable moments, moments that save wins when it truly counts. Evaluate and adjust the roster. Given Campbell's vow, look for a flurry of roster moves over the coming days. Veteran push. Seasoned backups with a track record of ball security may earn extra looks. Rookie reevaluation. Undrafted free agents and late-round picks with past turnover issues risk being passed over for more secure alternatives. Position flexibility. A wide receiver or running back who can also contribute on special teams, where ball handling is paramount, might gain an edge. Campbell has shown in past seasons he isn't afraid to make hard cuts, even if it means parting with established players who fail to meet his standards. Harness the motivation. Dan Campbell's fiery rebuke serves a motivational purpose too. Veterans know that Campbell's tirades stem from a deep belief in the roster's potential. When the next exhibition game rolls around, the Lions will need to channel that frustration into disciplined execution. 1. Practice with live intent. Even walkthroughs will resemble game speed reps to ingrain the no giveaways mantra. 2. Leadership by example. Team captains such as Taylor Decker on the offensive line and Brian Branch in the secondary will be called upon to reinforce toughness and smarts in meetings and on the field. 3. Embrace the underdog role. If backups feel their jobs are on the line, that pressure can sharpen focus, just as it did when Detroit upset the Giants on opening night of 2023. A franchise on the cusp. Last season, the Lions ripped off a franchise record 15 regular season wins, captured the NFC North, and made their deepest playoff run in 8 years. Injuries in the divisional round and NFC Championship game exposed Detroit's thin midseason depth, contributing to their dramatic collapse. Entering 2025, the front office has worked to fortify the roster, yet true strength will only emerge through competition, and that competition starts now. Campbell's "cut you" warning after the Hall of Fame game isn't empty bravado. It's the opening gambit in a months-long evaluation process designed to ensure that by week 1 in Chicago, every Lion on the sideline has earned his spot. In Detroit, wearing the Honolulu blue isn't just about talent. It's a pledge to be tough, be smart, and above all, protect the rock. Anyone who can't make that commitment risks watching the season from the street. And when Dan Campbell says it, he means it, preseason or not. The Detroit Lions opened their 2025 preseason with a whimper rather than a roar, falling 34-7 to the Los Angeles Chargers in the Hall of Fame game. While exhibition contests are often judged loosely, Detroit's 5 turnovers, all without forcing a single takeaway, drew the ire of head coach Dan Campbell and a pointed warning about roster spots. Kyle Allen pressed into action behind starter Jared Goff, threw 2 costly interceptions, but the mistakes weren't limited to the quarterback position. Missed assignments, fumbled snaps, and blown coverage compounded the problem, giving the Chargers short fields and easy scoring opportunities. Despite the opponent resting many of their key contributors, Campbell made it clear that sloppy play in any uniform won't be tolerated. "We turned it over 5 times and we didn't get any takeaways," Campbell said. "You're wearing Lions gear. You've got to take care of the ball, or it's going to be hard to keep you around." His message was twofold. Everyone, regardless of depth chart status, must earn their spot, and early missteps must be corrected quickly. That firebrand approach has defined Campbell's tenure in Detroit. In just 2 seasons, he has helped transform the Lions from basement dwellers into back-to-back NFC North champions. Last year's 15-2 regular season record underscored the franchise's rise, but a rash of late-season injuries prevented a Super Bowl appearance. Now, with health and continuity on their side, the Lions are anticipated to mount another deep playoff push, provided they refine the roster during these final weeks before week 1. Preseason isn't solely about wins and losses. It's the proving ground for bubble players and the stage for evaluating the 53-man roster. Yet Campbell's outspoken critique serves both as a reality check and a motivator. Young defenders hoping to earn a special teams role, backup offensive linemen vying for depth slots, and undrafted hopefuls all heard the same refrain: ball security and effort are non-negotiable. As Detroit prepares for their second preseason game, the focus will shift to cleaning up fundamentals, securing catchable throws, protecting the football, executing assignments under pressure. If Campbell's threat carries weight, roster cuts